Hey, foodie gang, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my kitchen, season 3, episode 11. So, if you have missed any episodes, be sure to go back and check them out. Hit the like button on your way in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also the link to join my channel is also pinned to the top of the chat. So, I washed dishes, I got everything situated, and we are back to do another budget friendly meal. We have $4 tomato soup and grilled cheese. So, I'm going to show you guys another way to save money. Saving money is super important, especially right now, because we have already talked about inflation. And so I have created the budget friendly playlist that is on my channel, and we're going to keep adding these budget friendly playlists or budget friendly videos to the playlist so that you guys can go back and refer to that playlist anytime you were in a pinch and you don't have a lot of money but you still want to eat good food. So, $4 grilled cheese and tomato soup. And I have all my mise en place right here, also known as prep. Mise en place is the fancy way to say prep. Hey, Grace, welcome back. And if you guys were here earlier, we had a fruit salad and crescent rolls. Really, really good. Check out that live stream. Shout out to all my members. And I want to do a special shout out to Kat T. She is a part of the gang, and she is the first person to join the gang. Now, I do have different tiers of my membership. So, the foodies, the gang, and certified foodie gang. So, shout out to Kat T, and thank you everyone that came through earlier. I always feel so happy when I leave my live streams after I chop it up with the foodie gang, cook for you guys, and I know that I owe you guys two recipes. The recipe for this live stream and the recipe from earlier. Do not worry. I am going to add the recipe for this live stream and the one from earlier right after this live stream. But I had to clean the kitchen, how to get everything situated. So let's go over our mise en place. So we have Campbell's tomato soup. These are a great bargain, and they're really inexpensive, about $1.50 each. So, and then we are gonna use cheddar cheese for our grilled cheese, and I have my grilled cheese maker right here. Sorry, but guys, my ring light is putting a bit of a glare on it, but I have my grilled cheese maker that I have used before with you guys. So, tomato soup, got my cheddar cheese. I have honey wheat sliced bread. Any type of bread that you use for this grilled cheese and tomato soup is perfectly fine. 9 people in here. Let's get the likes up. What we talking about? Hit the like button, double tap the screen, support the channel, keep the stove on by sending a cash app to money sign Chef Big Bank, or you can send a super chat with your thoughts. So, cheese, honey wheat sliced bread, Campbell's tomato soup, and I like to season everything. So I have a couple of seasonings here. I have my garlic salt. I recommend this. If you are using garlic salt, you don't necessarily need to add salt because this has salt in it. You want to be mindful of your sodium intake. I did have a personal trainer here on 907 Goodies, Boss Man. Check out that live stream. And he talked to us about not over salting our food. And we have our black pepper here. And I have a little bit of basil. So, I also have milk to add to my tomato soup so it can be a little bit creamier. And y'all know I got my coffee here. You know I got my coffee here. 907 Goodies mug. Great set. Double tap your screen. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to get started on is we're going to get our tomato soup onto the stove so that those flavors can really marinate and really cook into the soup. Because one thing that we don't want to do, we don't want to have bland food. We don't. So I have my pot here. Let me move these seasonings so that you guys can see a little bit better. And I am so excited to be using this grilled cheese maker again. You guys, I always make grilled cheese on the stove. But now that I have this grilled cheese maker, I don't ever want to make grilled cheese on the stove. It's so much yummier with this grilled cheese maker. And it's easier to clean up as well. So, but hit the like button. Follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, go ahead and join my group. So I have my cans here, my Campbell's tomato soup. I am using 2 cans. If you are feeding, like a family, you can use more cans. But keep in mind, it will increase the budget. It won't be $4 anymore. It might go to like 6 or 7, depending on how many cans of tomato soup you use. That was scary. Okay. And I'm gonna put this on medium heat. When you are making tomato soup, you don't want to have the pot too hot because it can burn the bottom. So today we are gonna do a budget tomato soup and grilled cheese for $4. I will show you guys how to make tomato soup from scratch. Do not worry. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so that you do not miss a live stream or a meal. Let me grab a spoon really quick. I tell you, Foodie Gang, no matter how much prep you do for these live streams, it's like you always forget something. No matter what. No matter what. It never fails. Alright, so I cleaned the kitchen. I did all the dishes, got that out of the way. While I clean the kitchen, I have a tablet, and then I have like a tablet stand. So I'll be watching YouTube while I'm cleaning the kitchen. So I can, I know you guys are wondering, like, dang, how do you support everyone and, do all this other stuff at the same time? I will tell you guys the secret. Multitasking. Multitasking is the secret. So I got 1 can in there. I'm going to put another can in there. When I worked in the kitchen, we would make this tomato soup. And you know what? There was this one front of the house worker who would normally like make pizzas and cashier. I am going to be honest with you guys. He made the best tomato soup ever. He would put like heavy whipping cream, tomatoes in there, really, really good seasonings, a little bit of garlic, basil, and then he would take an immersion blender, which I need to invest in. He would take the immersion blender and he would blend it all up with the immersion blender. It was the best tomato soup ever. And he was front of the house. He wasn't even a cook like that. And that's why I tell you guys today to remain humble. You never know who you could learn from. And I learned how to make tomato soup from him. Now, my tomato soup probably is not going to be as good as his, but you guys have never tried it, so you'll be really happy with my tomato soup from scratch. But today, we are doing $4 tomato soup and grilled cheese. We are not making our tomato soup from scratch today. Oh, and then what I would do is like we would have like 3 to 5 different soups a day. And so when they would make tomato soup and put it in the soup wells, I would go to the grill and I would have them make me a grilled cheese, and then I would get the homemade tomato soup, and it would be so delicious. And what I would do, because sometimes we would have food left over, I would take the tomato soup home, make my daughter a grilled cheese sandwich, and she loved it. Because I'm telling y'all, that tomato soup was delicious. And he didn't like to cook, but he made a really good tomato soup. So I have a couple of seasonings right here, and my soup looks kind of like really, really thick. I'm going to add a little bit of milk to it to make it more creamier and to have more of that soup texture. But yes, his tomato soup was amazing. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk to this. And so anytime that we would have tomato soup on the menu, I would go to him. His name was Oscar. I would go to him and I would be like, Oscar, can you please make the tomato soup? Because he made it so good. And I would be like watching him, trying to learn like what he did. I'm telling you, there's so much that you can learn from everyone. But he made amazing tomato soup, but he was running the house. He didn't really cook a lot. In the kitchen, we have a lot of call outs. A lot of people call out. And so sometimes he would step in and he would help the cooks. But he didn't like to, because one thing I know, Foodie Gang, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. One thing in the kitchen is that you got to be careful with what you volunteer to do. Because if they know, if people call out, you're going to step in and help them, what they do is that then becomes part of your job. And so you can get stuck being overworked and underpaid if you are not careful. And that's why what he would do is he would act like he didn't know nothing, so he wouldn't have to help. And you know what? Okay, so I have my black pepper, basil, and garlic salt in here, and I showed you guys the containers. He would act like he didn't know nothing because he didn't want to have to work. And it was one of those things where it was foul what he was doing, but then I kind of got it because you don't want to let them know that you can do all this stuff, because then it becomes your job, whether it's in your job title or not. Okay, so I got my tomato soup on the stove with a little bit of the milk, and I'll put my seasoning blends in there. When you add the milk to your tomato soup, it is going to change the color a little bit. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Let me get my ladle out. It is going to change the color a little bit when you put the milk in there, but this is how it looks right there. And so I'm just going to let that cook. I'm just going to let it cook. You want to put your tomato soup on low so that the bottom doesn't burn. You also want to come back and stir your soup every so often so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And tomato soup does burn pretty easily just because, you know, it's tomatoes. So I'm going to give that a stir again. And then we are going to come over here and I'm going to talk to y'all about the grilled cheese maker. I showed it to you guys before. I believe I did grilled cheese, golden kiwi tomatoes, and marinated tomatoes. So I'll come back to me now. I did that before, and I showed you guys the grilled cheese maker. And so, and I only put a little bit of milk in here. On the container, it said that I wanted a whole cup, but a whole cup is a lot of milk to put in here. So I probably put about half a cup in there, and I'll add more milk if need be. But this is also a really quick meal. Hey, Angela, how are you doing, Angela? We missed you this morning. Angela, I am making $4 budget-friendly tomato soup and grilled cheese. I used Campbell's tomato soup. I put that on the stove with a little bit of milk. I put dried basil in here, garlic salt, and black pepper. And we're going to just let this cook and do its thing and let those flavors really marinate in there. But yes, Angela, this morning we had a fruit salad and crescents. And we were just hanging out and we were talking. We had a good time. How are you doing today, Angela? How are you doing today? But y'all, let's get the likes up. Let's get 20 likes. Let's get $20 on the table to keep the stove on. And if you cannot donate at this time, it is perfectly fine. But please hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel. So I have honey wheat bread and cheddar cheese. So when I use the grilled cheese maker, which I'm going to, let me slide it over so y'all can see it. This is the grilled cheese maker. So it is called a My Mini Sandwich Maker. And I have showed you guys this before, but this thing is amazing. It pretty much makes a whole grilled cheese for you. You get crispy edges, and it even cuts it for you. I will be honest. Sometimes it doesn't cut it all the way, so I do have a plate over here with a knife just to, you know, make sure it's cut properly. But this grilled cheese maker, I have been seeing this all over social media, and I have seen people put all type of stuff in here, and I was like, man, I want one of those. So Angela said, I'm doing great. Hope all is well with everyone. Yes, it is. And Angela, I have a birthday coming up on September 30th. I'm going to be turning 31. I'm so excited. So I have been seeing these sandwich makers all over social media. I went to my sister's house, right? And she was like, do you want this? I was like, oh my God. Yes, I do. Yes. I'm going to tell you something. When people give me food or they give me anything related to cooking, I am so happy because it's like now I get to create something else. And so I really like this grilled cheese. And Kelly, how are you doing? How are you doing? Kelly, did you start your new job yet? But so we got the honey wheat bread, and I have cheddar cheese. The tomato soup is on the stove. This meal is $4. $4. And I also have a budget-friendly playlist on my page now. I created that because I saw that you guys really liked the budget-friendly meals. Earlier, Grace called them struggle meals. So, budget-friendly or struggle meals, whatever you want to call it. But you know what it is. And Kelly said, since it is a hospital, it takes 3 weeks to get everything in order. And I still have to go through orientation. That, you know what? I agree with you because when you do get hired at a hospital, you have to go through a lot of paperwork, a lot of like background checks. You have to do a lot of stuff. But hit the like button. We got 9 people in here. Let's get 9 likes. So when you have your tomato soup on the stove, like I said before, you don't want to put it too high of heat. You want to have it like on a low. I think right now I have it on like 4, 3 or 4. You want to keep it pretty low. And Kelly said, "How are you doing today?" I am doing good, Kelly. I took the day off yesterday, and I had some pre-recorded content that came out. And when I took the day off, I kind of went through all my content because it's something. Well, with what I do, I cook, so I have a lot of videos, pictures. So I kind of just went through all my content. I also have another YouTube channel. I make children's content. My daughter is going to start doing competitive gymnastics. So we are working on a show for her. And the show is called Ava's Competitive Gymnastics Journey. And what we want to do is we want to document her whole journey. The first episode of that show came out today. The first episode is 1 hour. So I have been working so hard to edit this video. And you know what? It's a lot different when you can just go live because I could just prep out my food, turn it on, and go live. But on her channel, everything is edited. So it's a lot of work on her channel. But the great thing is that we will have these memories forever. And we are 4 years in on the gymnastics journey. She has been working super hard. So I am so happy that we get to document this whole process. And when you are trying your food, let me give y'all the double dipping lesson. Okay, if you are just feeding yourself, you can double dip. But if you're feeding other people, do not double dip. Ooh, that's good. And Kelly said, "What YouTube channel is it on? Is it on your adult or your kids' YouTube channel?" It's going to be on my kids' YouTube channel, Ava's Playtime. So the first episode of her show came out today. That first episode is 1 hour. And it is a compilation of all her gymnastics over the 4 years. So what I want to do is we're going to document the process of her doing competitive gymnastics and all of that stuff. But I wanted to go back and show you guys the 4 years in 1 hour. So it was a lot of editing, but it's so beautiful. It's like you see her on the balance beam when she's 3 years old, and she's just learning how to use the balance beam. And she's like practicing, right? And then you see her on the balance beam when she's 7 years old. And it is just amazing how determined she is. I don't know, I forgot something. Okay. But y'all, I'll be talking all day about my daughter. So I have my grilled cheese maker, and let me grab my vegetable oil spray. I'm going to spray this so that the sandwich doesn't stick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my grilled cheese maker. I do not plug this in until I'm ready to use it. It does not take long for this thing to heat up. It doesn't take long at all. So I'm going to let that heat up, and you kind of, I believe the light goes off when it gets hot, and you'll hear it kind of like, you'll hear it click, and then you'll kind of feel, when you put your hand over it, you'll feel the heat. And so I did turn it a little bit because y'all know I'm left-handed. And so when that is ready, I'm going to spray it with our vegetable oil spray. I'm going to build the grilled cheese inside of here. I'm going to close it, and then it has a little lever on here that you lock it. And when you lock it, what it does is it presses the sandwich down And it's, y'all, just wait. And Kelly said, since you took a day off, what did you do on your day off? I worked on my content, trying to get like caught up because it's so easy to film videos, but then there's so much other stuff that goes into it. You know, you gotta back those videos up. So kind of just getting organized. And we are starting a new month soon. And so what I do every month, let me tell y'all this a little bit behind the scenes. Every month what I do is I print out a calendar for that month and I write down everything that I'm going to be releasing. Um, my content that I release on Facebook, I write that down. When I release reels or shorts, all my videos are written down. And the reason why I write everything down is so that I do not have duplicate content. Like, I don't want to come out with the same content. So I write it down, get a calendar and all that. So towards the end of the month and the beginning of the month, it's like kind of like my wrap up time. And I went and visited my sister yesterday. And y'all, Foodie Gang, remember how I was telling y'all my whole family cooks? Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. My sister made a Cajun Alfredo pasta with shredded chicken and broccoli. It was so good, and I was like, I'm glad I came up over here. I'm glad I came over here when you was cooking, but it was really, really tasty. Yes, every one of my family cooks, so it's just what we do. So this feels kind of hot, but I'm going to give it another minute or so. This tomato soup tastes really, really flavorful and really good. So Campbell's tomato soup, I added a little bit of milk to it, basil, garlic salt, and black pepper. Really, really simple. And this is a great meal that you can make for the kids because I don't know about you guys' kid, but my kid, or y'all kids, but my kid is a very picky eater. And Kelly said, what is some of your best food memories with family? You know, that's a really good question. And Kelly, you always have the best questions. And I like to do these live streams where I have a little bit of time so I can answer your comments and your questions. I would say Thanksgiving. My mom, um, she would always make banana pudding and potato salad. I mean, not, yeah, she would make potato salad, but she would also make sweet potato pie. And so one of my best memories would be helping her in the kitchen. And when I got older, I started realizing how much work she put into the holidays. When it was my turn to cook, I was like, wow, this is a lot of work. I don't even do everything that she did in the kitchen. She would be cooking. But I would have to say the sweet potato pie. So, this is hot now. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it like that a little bit so y'all can see. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with my spray here. If you have butter and a brush, you can use, you can brush it with butter if you have a brush. You know what? I got to get a brush. I got to get an immersion blender. I have a whole list of things that I need to get. So we're just going to build our grilled cheese right into here. And Kelly said, is there any family recipes that you can't wait to pass on to your daughter? And then I'm just going to build my grilled cheese, go in with the cheese. I have 3 slices of cheese because I think that it looks better when I have a lot of cheese on here when I'm making the video. But if it was just me, I would just have 2 slices of cheese. But to get that ooey gooiness, that's a good question, Kelly. have so many recipes that I honestly want to share with my daughter. Okay, so you're gonna just close it like that, and then you're gonna press it down. It's gonna, it may give you a little bit of pushback. You don't want to have too thick of bread because it's really hard to close it and lock it. It's really, really hard. Um, that's a good question. I would say, I don't know. I have so many recipes to give her, but the way I do my turkey for the holidays is one thing that I would definitely love to pass down to her so that she can make sure that she never has dry turkey for the holidays. A lot of times we feel our turkey becomes dry. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. When you make turkey, before you slice the turkey, you need to let it rest. What that means is when it comes out of the oven, cover it with foil and let the turkey sit for about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And what that does is all the juices come out and they all come back in. And that is how you get juicy turkey for the holiday season. So I would want to share with her how to do turkey. Oh, macaroni and cheese. My mom, they knew her as the mac and cheese lady. I definitely got to show my daughter how to make mac and cheese. Faux show. But Kelly, how is your day going? Okay, so you guys can hear the sizzle from the grilled cheese maker. And if it starts smoking and stuff, do not worry. That is the cheese kind of like cooking on it. So if it starts like smoking, don't worry. It is not on fire. It's not burning. So this is honey wheat bread. You can use any type of bread that you want to. Okay, but hit the like button, Foodie Gang. Um, Keep the stove on. Hit the cash app, money sign Chef Big Bank, or you can send a super chat with your thoughts. Kelly said it's going good. Thank you for asking. Okay, so the light, I think it just went off. So yes, this is the My Mini Sandwich Maker. I have honey wheat bread, cheddar cheese on here, and I sprayed it with vegetable oil spray. I have my tomato soup on the stove. Let me tell you guys, when I tasted this tomato soup, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was kind of surprised. So you guys can see the cheese is starting to spill over. And that is because I used 3 slices of cheese. And I use 3 slices of cheese because it looks better for the video when it's super, super cheesy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So at this point, when your grilled cheese is done, what you want to do is you want to unplug the sandwich maker if you're not going to use it anymore. You want to be sure that you are staying safe in the kitchen. But look at all that cheese. Look at all that cheese. And Kelly said, what's one piece of advice that you give to people about life? I would say I tell people to stay positive. Just stay positive. That's like my main advice. It's, to be positive, to be happy, it's... Okay, so there we go with that. And we are going to just get this whole pan out the way. And I got another pan, and let me cut this sandwich. And it is super, super cheesy. Oh, here, I'll stick to my plate. Got the grilled cheese right there. Let me get the soup situated. Yes, Kelly, I always tell people to stay positive because I feel like, life's already really hard. A lot of things are going to happen. So just stay positive. That's the best that we all can do. But hit the like button, Foodie Gang. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. When you do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a live stream. We have it. We bring this light a little bit closer. 11 people in here. We need to have 11 likes. We need to have 11 likes. But there we go. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. $4 budget-friendly meal that will not break the bank, but will feed the whole family. And Angela said that soup and grilled cheese looks delicious. I never get tired of it, and it is quickly made. And that's another thing. We do not always have time to do like, a 3-course meal or a 4-course meal. Sometimes we're in a rush. So if you are in a rush, this is also a great meal because it doesn't take long. Like on some days when it's like, my daughter has school, we have gymnastics, and like we're running around a lot. We are busy. So these type of meals are super simple and easy to make. I'm going to get us situated at the table. And I have a little bit of time, so we're going to hang out for a little bit. And Kelly said, what's the meal that you are interested in making for people who are allergic to dairy products? That is a good point. I have done a couple of vegan meals. But honestly, Foodie Gang, with the way that the food is now, any meal that you want that has dairy in it, you can always find a substitute. But I have done a couple of vegan meals. And vegan don't do dairy because they don't do animal products. So I did a vegan fajita bowl. But are there any meals that you guys want to see from me? Are there any meals? But let me get us situated. Let me get us moved over to the table, Foodie Gang. Yes, let me know. But thank you. Shout out to the 8 people that have hit the like button. But yes, if there's any meals that you guys want to see me cook, go ahead and let me know, Foodie Gang. And then Angela said I substitute soy milk and vegan cheese in my recipes. And that's what I was telling Kelly is like the way that they produce food now, you can always substitute dairy. Like there's options for that. So let me grab the light so you get some light over here. Okay, I think I grabbed it. Oh, wait, I forgot something. My boulder. I need my boulder. But yes, you can always substitute dairy for like a non-dairy item. And with the way that they produce food these days, like there's always a dairy substitute. Angela says she uses soy milk and vegan cheese in her recipes. And when I did the vegan fajita bowl, I used a dairy-free cheese. And I was quite surprised how it still tasted good. It was, I don't know. So, I got my grilled cheese and tomato soup right here. Let me just, there we go. So what I like to do when I'm going to be honest with y'all, I haven't had grilled cheese and tomato soup in a long time. But one of the things I like to do is I like to dip my grilled cheese in my soup. So, let me show y'all. So yummy. And Grace said, Grace, how are you doing? Okay, so Kelly said, can you make vegan tacos or nachos? Because I'm interested in seeing how that will be made the way you do it. We can definitely add that to the menu. And have you guys ever had like loaded fries? It's pretty much like nachos where you use fries instead. Have you ever tried that before? But I've been thinking about doing something like that. So I can definitely do some vegan tacos or nachos. And Grace said, good, about to get out of this moneymaker and head home. Will drive safe. So, $4 tomato soup and grilled cheese. Y'all heard that crunch? That's a sandwich maker right there. This is good. But I'm going to show you how to make tomato soup from scratch one of these days. But vegan tacos, vegan nachos sounded good. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, but that sounds like something that we can definitely add to the menu. Ooh, y'all, this soup right here is so good and like creamy. So with the Campbell's tomato soup, I added a little bit of milk to it just to make it more creamier. You know what, Grace? During season 2, we did a lot of seafood. And I actually really wanted to do shrimp tacos with a cilantro lime dressing that you make with sour cream, cilantro, and lime juice. But I just did not get to it. But I have been wanting to make tacos. I was thinking about that. Can you guys believe that the year's almost over? Grace said, let me get that bite. But this is just honey wheat bread, cheddar cheese, tomato soup. This is like a kid meal, but it's like a classic. When I lived in Portland, they had a grilled cheese cart, and all they sold was grilled cheeses. But it was actually smart. It was like, mm. Grilled cheese is like cheap, so like that was a smart business idea. Angela said, yes, nachos made with fries are very good. I put shredded vegan cheese, refried beans, etc. and melt it in the microwave. It's good. Oh, have you guys ever had tachos? Those are nachos, but you use tater tots instead. Those are good too. And, you know, those meals are perfect for season 3 because it is football season. And those are like, you know, tailgate foods or foods that you can eat while you're watching the game. And Grace agrees. She said, that sounds delicious, Angela. But have y'all ever had tachos? It's so good. So instead of using chips, you use tater tots. And then you put sour cream, cheese, you can put beans on them, salsa. And if you wanted to, you can add like pork or beef or even chicken. But so good. That is some bar food right there. Tachos. And so when I lived in Portland, Oregon, I would always see tachos on the menu. Like, it was pretty popular there. But here in Alaska, I haven't seen that on the menu. And what's going on, Dr. Frizzle? He said, ooh, I love that meal. What it do? 907 goodies in chat. You know, tomato soup and grilled cheese. A classic meal that it hits every time. Like, this is a filling meal for $4. And if you guys are not subscribed to Dr. Frizzle's YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Tell him I sent you. And Angela said, I'm going to try. I love tater tots. Yes, Dr. Frizzle, have you ever had tachos? It's like nachos, but instead of using chips, you use tater tots. So good. Y'all, foodie gang, I'm about to show y'all so many foods. It's like every time I get up here, we get on these topics of food, and I'm like, we're going to add that to the menu. We're going to add that to the menu. And by the end of this, I'm going to be like 40 years old. Right. But them tachos, we're going to have to make that one day. It's right here, though. Man. Dr. Phil said, yep. So he know about them tachos. Them things be hitting. And especially when you get the tater tots all crispy. And you put that sour cream. And you use shredded Mexican cheese with the black beans. And you put a little bit of salsa on it. And you can put like shredded beef on there, or steak, or pork. When I worked at the grill, tachos was one of the specials I would do a lot. And then you can also do it with I think it's called loaded fries. I would do loaded fries, do a lot of burger specials. I would do quesadillas. Ooh, you know what? It was so good. I did this peanut rice bowl with chicken, rice, peanut sauce that I made from scratch. And then I would put bean sprouts on there. Hey, they was mad when I left. Said, I'm out of here. I'm going to YouTube. And Grace said, are you going live on your birthday? Of course. Of course, you know I gotta share my birthday with the foodie gang. Yes, I'm going live. And honestly, I want to go live at least twice. Mm-hmm. Angela, you are right. He said, when you make tasty food at home, you rarely buy fast food. So true. So true. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I was like moving in slow motion there. Could be my internet, y'all. Y'all know I'm in Alaska. I was like moving in slow motion. Okay, we got 10 likes. We need 10 more likes. And y'all, this tomato soup. Ooh, it's so good. And oh my goodness, next level, where you been at? We got next level. I mean, what? Let me get ready. Okay, we got next level in the building. Always coming through. Y'all check out his YouTube channel. Next level be up in there preaching. Here's how you think about your own life. You be reevaluating everything. But next level, how you been? I feel like I ain't seen you in a minute. He said, shout out to the foodie gang. Next level, where you been? Oh, and next level is a vegan. I did an interview with him about, moving forward and becoming a vegan. One of the things that he chose to do is that when he was changing his life around, he also changed the way that he eats. And so check out that interview. I think we did that interview in season 1, maybe season 2. But Next Level has been supporting since day 1. Been supporting. He'll come up on the panels when I drop the link. I don't know, Kelly. Kelly said, can you do ramen and show us how to make it from home? Budget friendly. That way we see it in the restaurants. I don't know, Kelly, but I would have to look into that. As far as it being budget friendly, I have to look into that. So when I make up these budget friendly meals, I don't just put a number on it and that's it. I literally go through each item and I price it out, and then I divide it by the number of servings. So, y'all, it's a whole map. And you know what? Shout out to culinary school, because I would not know how to price out a plate, write recipes, and I definitely wouldn't be up here saying I'm Chef Big Bang. And we got Dr. Frizzle, greeting Next Level. And Next Level said, I've been busy. I've been just busy, but I'm back. You know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Sometimes you got to take a break from social media and YouTube. Or you got to kind of scale it back, stick to yourself. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to take a mental break, because it can be draining, especially if you're not over here with the foodie gang on Positive Vibes. Now, if you're over there where they're arguing and stuff, acting cray-cray, yeah, you're going to need a mental break. So, I'm glad that you're back, Next Level, and I hope that everything's going good with you. Hope your daughter's doing all right. Hope you're doing good. And he said, big facts. Yeah, sometimes you need a mental break from all the talking points. But see, foodie gang, we are cooking over here and we're eating good food and we're happy. Okay, we don't got all that drama going on. But sometimes you need a brain break. You're like, woo. But you know what's so weird? It's YouTube, I feel sometimes doesn't match real life. It don't. And it's where are all these people at in real life? And Kelly said, it does not have to be budget friendly. I just want you to show us how to do ramen like we see it in the restaurants. Okay, okay. We can definitely add that to the menu. I'm going to be honest, Kelly. I have not made ramen in a long time. But the restaurant or where I used to work at, they would do ramen. And when they would make the broth, they would be using like bones um, to make the broth because the broth is very important. And we got Grace coming through reminding everybody to double tap your screen. Well, Foodie Gang. You know, this is the second live stream this morning. If y'all missed the first one, go back, check it out, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about grilled cheese and tomato soup. And, tomorrow, I'm going to make a lentil curry. I have some things to do in the morning, so I do not know what time I'll go live. But I'll try to set it up in the studio. Set it up on YouTube so that you guys know what time it'll be, like an hour or two before. I don't know what time it's going to be, but I'm going to be making a lentil curry soup, stew, whatever you want to call it. And then it's my birthday weekend, so I'm going to do something I don't normally do. And I'm going to go out. They were like, we never seen you here before. But I'm going to go out this weekend. Monday is my birthday. Let me back up a little bit. Lentil curry stew tomorrow. Saturday, I'm sure that I will make up a live stream. I don't know if it'll be breakfast or dinner. Sunday, we have the Foodie Gang food panel coming back. We did our soft opening last Sunday, and so this episode is going to be like our episode 1. That live stream is already set up, and my co-hosts are the Empty Stomach Podcast. And then if any of you guys want to come up, we will drop the link for y'all. But that's going to be on Sunday. Monday, I want to do a live restaurant review on my birthday. So I'm going to be getting out the house. I want to try to do a live food review. We'll see how it goes. And then for my birthday dinner, I'm going to be making lemon pepper chicken wings, rice and corn. Next level say, it's a party, it's a party. Yeah, I'm turning 31. You know what? I'm so blessed that I made it this far. Because life be lifing. And then Grace said, pitch in on our party for show. Yes, y'all, I'm super excited. I will make sure that I take pictures when I do go out, which is very, very, very rare. Normally on my Saturday nights, I'm in the house working on content. I'm doing a live stream or I'm on someone else's live stream. And then next level said lemon pepper, dry or wet. So what I want to do is wet. What I want to do is I want to bake the chicken wings, or like toss the chicken wings into lemon pepper. I want to bake them or put them in the air fryer. And I know that you guys have been asking for me to do fried chicken. I am going to be doing that. I know y'all keep asking. Y'all say, where's the fried chicken at? Look, I'm not even offended when y'all ask me for fried chicken. I'm not mad. I am going to do fried chicken. I feel like I've been frying a lot of foods though recently. But I am going to do fried chicken. I already have the chicken in the freezer. We're going to do fried chicken one day. Don't worry, Foodie Gang. And Angela said, you are in your prime at age 31. You know what? Thank you so much. I'm happy to be turning 31. Like, woo, it was looking kind of cray cray. That's like, woo, I made it. You got to appreciate every day above, above earth, above ground. Oh, and then Grace said, all right, foodie gang, got to drive home. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes. Drive safe. Enjoy you guys' day. And I'm going to be getting off of here too. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And the link is pinned to the chat to join the channel. We have some members only videos. I do members only live chats. There's some great emojis and loyalty badges next to your name. And I want to shout out all my members. And I want to give a special shout out to Kat T for being the first person to join the gang. And Blaze said, oh yes, back for seconds. What's on the menu? We got our $4 tomato soup and grilled cheese. Budget friendly. Because let's be real, food costing a lot these days. But y'all, shout out to the 11 people that hit the like button. And y'all have a good rest of your day. I gotta run. I gotta do my mommy duties. I gotta run some errands. I gotta get on the road, foodie gang. But we had a great morning. Thank you guys for stopping by my kitchen. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Ava's Playtime, on YouTube, and that channel is for kids. We are starting a new show, Ava's Competitive Gymnastics Journey. The first episode just came out today. 1 hour long video documenting her whole journey in the past 4 years that she has done gymnastics. So on this video, you can see when she was 3 and she first started until now. She is 7 years old, and she is going to be starting competitive gymnastics. So y'all, when we start doing that, I don't know when I'm going live or what's going on. But bear with me. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for all the sponsors of the show from this earlier live stream. Thank you to everyone for hitting the like button. And thank y'all so much for coming back. And shout out to Kelly, Blaze, Grace, Next Level, Angela. And if I missed anybody, you know what? Don't even worry. I'll get you in the next one. But double tap the screen, hit the like button. And I will see you guys in the next one. I am going to be putting the recipe for this $4 budget-friendly meal and the recipe from earlier into the video description. But I will see y'all on the next one. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video.